Hello and welcome. In this video, we're looking at our SEO article publisher workflow, which automatically takes approved articles and posts them to WordPress. We'll walk through the workflow step by step, look at the safeguards built into the process, and verify the results directly inside WordPress. Let's get started. SEO article publisher. This is the third workflow in a three-step content pipeline. The first step uses AI to write article drafts. The second step checks those articles for facts using live web search and fixes any mistakes. This workflow is the last step. It takes the corrected articles and posts them to your WordPress website. It only works with articles that have already been checked and approved by the previous workflow. The workflow starts by checking a folder for articles that are ready to post. It counts how many are waiting and passes that number to a condition node. If the count is 0, the workflow stops and logs that there is nothing to do. If there are articles waiting, it keeps going. This means you can put the workflow on a schedule, and it will simply do nothing on days when there is no new content ready. Before anything gets posted, the workflow copies one batch of articles into a working folder. It only does one batch at a time. If that working folder already has unfinished work from a previous run, the workflow stops instead of overwriting it. This keeps things safe. You always know exactly what is being worked on, and nothing gets accidentally deleted or replaced. After the articles are posted, a save step copies all the results back into the original folder for that batch. This includes the HTML files, the posting results, and a summary of what was posted. The original articles are never changed or deleted. After saving, a separate check step reads those saved files to make sure everything got copied correctly. If something went wrong with the save, the check step catches it before the batch is marked as done. Once the check passes, a summary file is printed in the workflow panel. There is also a media viewer on the canvas that shows the same summary and updates automatically. You can watch it during a live run to see articles being posted one by one. During the run, the WordPress admin is opened and the current post count is noted. That is the starting number we will check against at the end. The posting step then converts each article from Markdown to HTML and checks your WordPress site to see which posts already exist. If a post already exists, it gets updated. If it does not exist yet, a new post is created. By default, new posts are saved as drafts, so you can look them over before publishing, though you can change that. If the workflow was stopped in the middle of a previous run, it checks what was already posted so it does not create the same post twice. After the run finishes, the WordPress admin is opened a second time. The post count is now higher than when we started, and the new posts show up in the list as drafts. That is the real proof that it worked. Not just a green status light, but the actual posts live in WordPress. The workflow uses two pre-built tools to get this done. One tool converts the article files to HTML. The other tool handles the actual posting to WordPress. Both tools are saved in NORA's Tool Library. If you ever need to change how they work, you update them in one place, and every workflow that uses them automatically gets the update. There are three ways the workflow can exit early. If the working folder already has an unfinished batch, the workflow stops and logs the issue. If the posting step runs into an error, it routes to an error log. If the save check finds that files are missing, it routes to a review step instead of marking the batch complete. In all three cases, the batch stays in the queue so you can fix the problem and run it again. The last thing worth knowing is how the workflow keeps track of what has already been posted. When a batch finishes successfully, a small marker file is written into its folder. The check at the start of the workflow skips any folder that already has this marker. This means you can run the workflow every day or many times in a row, and it will never post the same articles twice. It just works through the queue at whatever pace you set. And that's the SEO article publisher workflow. As you've seen, the workflow automatically processes approved articles, posts them to WordPress, verifies the results, and prevents duplicate publishing. With built-in validation and recovery checks, it can run reliably on a schedule while still giving you visibility into every step of the process. If you found this workflow useful, feel free to check out the other automation demos on the channel. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.